What is happening, everybody, and welcome to the new playthrough for the channel. And that game, as you probably know from the title, is King Arthur Knight's Tale. Hot off the back of playing Disciples Liberation, I'm thoroughly enjoying that game. It's back end of 2021, early 2022. This game's popped up. It's an XCOM style game, and as we go through this, I will talk about XCOM because they've actually team behind that have actually announced Marvel's Midnight Suns, which looks amazing. So that will definitely be coming up on the channel as well at some point. So if you're enjoying Disciples, you're enjoying this, then stick around for some Midnight Suns action when that gets released later on in the year. You might see that I've got to continue. I have quickly went in just to make sure sounds and all that are good, which they do sound good. But we're going to go new campaign. I was tempted to do roguelites, but I'm going to go classic. And we're going to go hard. Yeah, this game has decent reviews on Steam. Yeah, and one I've had on my sights for a while. So we've got space in the diary.
Wake up, Knight.
Time to play.
You must take up your arms again. This is all very confusing. I know. Focus. Breathe. It will all become clear soon. You were fighting in the last great battle for Britannia. When King Arthur's adversaries marched against the once and future king. You have committed dreadful acts to fulfill your destiny. Do you remember the earth trembling? Can you recall the gathering of terrible armies? You saw Camelot burning and watched the power of magic tearing apart the world at its seams. You led knights and monsters into a deadly storm of fury and blood. You destroyed the ladies of the sun and the lords of the winter. You have killed King Arthur, and with his dying breath, he struck you down. You both died. And yet, you both live. You have unleashed something that cannot be stopped. The tide of madness and pain will swallow us all. I have brought you back to end this nightmare, Sir Mordred. I want you to go on a knightly quest. I want you to finish what you have begun. Kill King Arthur, or whatever he has become, after I took his dying vessel to Avalon. Sir Mordred, living and breathing again. But is he truly alive? I wish I could talk to him, but I can't just yet. Serves him right anyway. I've set this dread knight on a dark path, and for now, I can only watch where it takes him. I've brought back King Arthur's nemesis, and wonder if I made the right choice. Mordred did the impossible, after all. Almost killed the king, who cannot be killed. And that's how the nightmare began.
Okay, so here we go. Using mouse and keyboard for this one. You can point and click, very similar to, let's say, Disciples. Sure, we can interact with this, right? Yeah. Shrine of the Lady. This is the legendary island of Avalon, far, far beyond the realm of Britannia. Surrounded by the endless seas of the other world. Avalon is the realm of the most powerful enchantress who has ever lived. She has many names, but in Britannia they're revered as the Lady of the Lake. She was born under the cold waves and ascended to the reign over the magical island. She is the immortal who spins the fate of mortal kings and queens, the one who speaks the language of the lakes and ancient forests. She rules this land that was once meant to be a haven for the fallen heroes, the mirror image of the mightiest kingdom in the mortal world. Cool. So on my testing for sound, I did clear this little tutorial stage. So, yeah.
Wait! Who the hell are you?
I'm here to teach you some manners, lad.
So again, similar to sort of Disciples, you have AP points here. Movement, so I moved 3 squares, so that's 3 AP points, I believe. We can do that. Should have probably... that's fine. Was it Control and Enter, wasn't it? Yeah. That's a really weird shortcut for finishing. Do this.
Damn, that felt good. But where am I?
I thought that dying can change a man, but I might be wrong.
Hey, who's there? I can hear you. Let me out.
Right, we'll follow that dude shortly. Let's go to the controls here. What does Q do? Q is rotate. Tab. This cycle selection. Model highlight, caps lock. I don't really want caps lock. What is just control? Inspect soldier stats. One is the skills. Spacebar is fast forward enemy turn. I'll go caps lock here. Caps lock to end of the turn. Okay. Right, we need to head this way. There's a chest down here, I believe. If memory serves me right. No. Up north.
Take a look at this.
That's a barrel.
I hoped for something more.
Loot. During adventures, you may gather loot from various locations. However, you can only equip and manage your loot between missions on the adventure map. It explains.
Open the door, whoever you are.
I'll be
Help
quiet.
me, and I will help you.
I think there was anything up here. There was not. Okay.
Well. Sir Kay, King Arthur's seneschal, in a dungeon rotting away, a hero's reward. An honest and capable man, but a bit dull, like an untended blade.
Sir Mordred, the Scourge of Britannia is back. Avalon is not a place for your treacherous kind.
What is going on here?
Are you real? Or just a ghost? Tell me, Mordred, do you remember killing me?
Can't say I do, no, and yet here you are. Speak.
Help me escape, traitor. Then we may talk.
You promised to help me if I set you free. Where's this wretch's place anyway?
I've already told you. Avalon, the island of the fallen knights. And this is Castle Camelot.
What, this hovel is Camelot?
Yes. Not the one that you remember, though.
So Knight of the Round Table ended up here behind locks. Pitiful.
Some of us are still waging a war. I fought and have been betrayed. You are familiar with betrayal, aren't you?
Trust is always your weakness, Kay.
And what is yours? Your bloodlust? Your savagery? Yes, I thought so. You think you're strong enough to fight the taint on this island?
You promised to help me if I set you free. How about that?
I keep my promises. I will help you, Mordred. The powers that rule this land decided to trust you with our fate. I don't know how to feel about that. But soon, you must make your very first decisions.
So a lot of this is voice acted, which is quite nice. All right, so we come in here. There's nothing in here. The obviously is following me around. Let's take a look. A little bit dark on the recording, so let me just bring this up slightly. It's a bit better. A bit bright on my screen, but you need to have it slightly brighter.
Right. That's my arm over there. Finally. I feel more useful now.
You think a sword makes you less useless?
We must get out of here. Go to the door and let me handle this.
Right.
Rascals! I told you that you will pay for this.
What the hell is he doing out of his cell?
Surprise.
Ambush. So you can do. We've got like a 2 here. Puts a vulnerability on.
Your head is mine.
What's it?
I am ready.
Cycle. Let's move him to here. And attack. So I did my initial testings on normal mode, and I killed these in 1 hit. So that's interesting already. Let's just cycle here.
Command.
That's it. I was just getting warmed up.
Right, let's push on. There's a chest in one of these rooms.
Treasure chest.
Treasure lost and found.
Got a trophy. I don't think there was anything in here. No. Cool. Push on.
This is the Warden's room. Prepare for battle.
Yep. Prepare for battle indeed.
Sir Kay, you are really persistent, but I can't let you walk free.
You don't have much choice in the matter now, Warden.
Right, so we've got reserve. Consume all remaining AP to save some for the next turn. The hero will get 1, 2, 3 bonus AP for 1, 3, 6 AP reserved. So you get 1 for 1, 3 for 2, and 6 for 3. 3 for 6, sorry. Will unused AP automatically reserved after the end of your turn. There's also this. Enemies that enter selected area immediately execute 1 attack for every 3 AP consumed. Only 1 attack per enemy. Let's do this. We'll do this. That is how you do that.
Your Highness?
All right. Let's... backstab him. And we'll end the turn here.
Now we should find the one who is truly in charge here.
Right. I don't think there was anything else in here. Nothing
Just
down the
ahead.
bottom. We've got a chesticle.
I hoped for something more.
So as you see already, it's very, very similar to Disciples, which makes me happy. I really, really enjoyed that game.
Careful. It's quite a crowd.
You know very well that diplomacy was never my strong suit.
Right. Predictable battles. Exploring the area before the battle rewards you with information. The more deployment areas you discover, the more tactical options you'll have when the combat begins. You can select an area you are discovered for deployment. So I know there is an archer somewhere. I wouldn't mind going after. Yes, there's 2 enemies there. There's 4 enemies in total. I came here. Let's just do that.
Time to earn your share of glory, knights.
Ready to fight.
Right. Let's go. Actually. It's okay, you can come here. We shall do this. Right, you can come here and do this similar. Yeah, that guy.
Cut you to size.
Do you go? You do. You gonna come in? Ah. Let's just move him up a space. Wrong button, Paul. If you come here. Make him vulnerable.
Awaiting
Cycle to him. Dead.
What master do these soldiers serve anyway?
That would be Sir Tywelin.
Lead me to him. I want to explain him that this is my castle now.
Right, and another battle. This is the final bit that I got to.
You are back as well, traitor. You probably don't remember me.
I don't even care who you are.
I am just a walking corpse, cheated out of his death. And I will make everyone suffer for this injustice.
And proud words of a walking nameless corpse.
He was Sir Tywelin, a once noble warrior with 2 sons, both knights.
What are you doing here in Camelot?
I fell in battle, like we all did. But instead of gaining new life in legendary Avalon, I've returned as a lost one.
I might just be as lost as you are. What are you even talking about?
Let me rephrase it, traitor. Camelot is a sacred place, reserved for the once and future king. That is the law. But I spit on the laws of the Lady of the Lake.
Clever man, this is a great way to make an ancient enchantress very pissed.
I'm not afraid of her. Lost ones can't perish. This is our curse and blessing.
Okay. Out of curiosity, are your sons such ugly monstrosities like you?
My sons are both full of life and hatred for each other.
Oh.
Whatever is awaiting for me here, I must face it alone. Balin and Balin are seeking their own fates now.
I am sure we will find them on our journey.
Just as I do. Destined to survive anything.
Is King Arthur here with you, walking corpse?
He is not. The unholy storm wrecked the ship that brought the dying king to Avalon.
So what? Don't waste my time.
And the raging tempest, something was waiting for the ship. And then the darkness took the king, and all of us in its embrace. Arthur is beyond the Bridge of Sorrows, dwelling on the accursed land of midnight.
Spare me the poetic rubbish. Tell me where he is, and I will let you live. whatever you call this existence.
Whatever you do, you need more than a blade to break my curse.
We'll see. Worst case, I'll keep that laminating after I take your head. Alright, so there's 4 enemies. You can see them up on the map up here as well. I'm going to do this. Let's bring him to here. Should be able to attack. Let's move him to here. And we'll do a bit of this. And right, we can speed up. Right, let's just keep going on this dude.
I am here to serve.
I'll just cleave actually do. Do 75 weapon damage to the unit. Okay, so that's a. Yeah, I don't want to cleave, I just want to attack. Let's bit of that. Kill him.
Ready to fight.
He's gonna attack. That's fine.
I can take them all. Taste my blade.
With a backstab and done.
The battle is over, and you must make a choice, Mordred. This is merely the first in a chain of similar decisions that will eventually determine what kind of leader you will be. Tell me, what will happen to Camelot?
Decided this is my throne now, and with my band of selected knights, I'll fulfill my destiny. I've been chosen by the Lady of the Lake as the protector of Camelot. I will not make this throne, but I'll make the round table and take on this quest. I'm going to go second. Victory. Okay, and we get our rewards. I am Mordred and I was reborn in the mystic island of Avalon, resting place of the fallen knights. A vision told me the purpose to find and destroy King Arthur. I woke up in a ruined castle, a reflection of the real Camelot. This is my castle now. So you can obviously get 4 people in your party. Right, what's this? Morality charts. Didn't really see any of this stuff. During your journey, you have to make tough choices that will affect the outcome of the story and your allied hero's loyalty. Here you can see your previous morality event choices. Every choice you make will be represented in the morality chart and unlock morality abilities and heroes that are unique to that alignment. On the vertical axis, your alignment can go from being a rightful ruler to reckless tyrant. On the horizontal, it can range from being a devout Christian to being a devout follower of the old faith. The choice is yours. Cool. I need 3 morality for that. We need to do that. So yeah, it's going to go like up this way. Cool. What else have we got here? Level ups, it looks like. Shortcliffe's Old Monastery, Camelot. The once and future king stronghold in Avalon, the mirror image of the glorious fortress in Britannia created by the powers that rule this mystical island. Only the most powerful knight of the Round Table can claim it. The blessings of the lady have protected the place for a long time, but now it lays in ruins. You need resources and workers to rebuild it. It's the seat of your future kingdom. Do we need 10,000 building resource? We've got 3,000. Excellent. Right, we get skill points by the looks of things. 2 skills. We gain 1 HP For each hit, the amount of HP regained increases by 1 every 4 levels. Hero deals 10% more weapon damage. Damage received from Overwatch attacks and opportunity attacks reduced by 30%. 10% vitality from accessories and trinkets. 10% HP from armor signals. Hero gains 1 AP when killing a unit with a strike. Strike causes bleeding. I'm going to go for this off the start, I think. Then maybe we'll do some stuff in here. We got this. Right click to equip. It does 5 to 10 damage. 5% of armor breaking. Okay, we'll equip that. Plus 2 maximum weapon damage. Or unbreakable armor while outnumbered. Go for champion only. He is my champion, right? Ah, he's a defender, that's why. What's this? More armor. Yes, please. Right. You. Defender Vanguard Sage only. That is the same. We can do this though. More damage. No consumables. Gain plus 10 stackable weapon damage for 2 turns after every kill. The hero gains 5% cumulative weapon damage for each tile of movement until end of turn. If he goes like 5, that's 25% weapon damage. Good. 50% weapon damage for bleeding effects. And the hero deals 10% more weapon damage. Or we have Cleave deals 20% more at the center. It causes bleed. And strike causes bleeding. I'm going to go for the bleed, to be honest. Here. I think that's going to be a useful addition. So they're done. That's good. So Kay join the courts. Okay, so that's what we've got for that. How do we... Okay, mouse and keyboard pull. We've got this. Can we click on any of these? We've got a new mission available among the ruins. But I think, ladies and gents, this is... actually, no, we'll do a longer first. Longer first.
The nearby Kingstone is plundered by a marauder knight. Kingstone. What a regal name for a mud hole. Anyway, the village belongs to the throne, and I must teach these brigands a harsh lesson about boundaries. Also, I will need plenty of masons, woodcutters, and laborers to restore Camelot to its former glory.
Free the village from the marauding knight and put the remaining serfs to work in Camelot. Okay. Let's see how long these sort of missions are. Normally we do a half-an-hour video, but first one, I'd like to have a little bit longer.
I think we are too late. I don't see any survivors.
Again, so very similar. What's the map button? Map M. That makes sensible. Okay, pretty big, but you can see where things do and don't go. What's
this? What do we have here?
Gold. It's a pig. Just seeing if there's any resources or anything that we can pick up.
Well, if it isn't good Sir Balin.
Come on then, fellows. Let's play.
Let's play.
Yes, the righteous fool, trying to save the village on his own.
Panic. Hold control to stick more info. Okay. So what we can do, we've got a radar. Let's do that. Send you here.
Awaiting your command.
He's dead. Let's end. Wow. Okay, this was a easy fight.
Your Highness?
By the old gods, Sir Mordred. The rumors are true then. You have returned.
Sir Balin, wasting away your talents as always.
I'm only following my knightly oath by protecting the innocent. The nearby village is plagued by these brigands, and I must stop them.
I hate to admit it, but I'm here for the same reason. I need this land.
So you are truly taking King Arthur's place in Camelot, recruiting knights. You should find my brother. He would be a great fit to your dark court.
What do you know about King Arthur? Where is Sir Balin? I fought and killed your late father in Camelot. No hard feelings, I hope.
Finally, you committed a murder that you should not regret. He became a disgrace to everything he fought for in his life. Death was salvation for him.
Where is Sir Balin?
That selfish, wild zealot is busy defending our heirloom at the Bridge of Sorrow. It should have been mine, but he ignored our father's will.
Tell me about that.
Curse upon Balin. Anyway, my late father believed in Arthur's creed that a knight is defined by the deeds, not by the land.
What do you know about King Arthur? I must find him, or should I say, that is my nightly quest.
You are not the only one looking for him. Something terrible happens to Avalon, and people need guidance.
Always do weaklings. We'll see about that when I finally meet Arthur. You do have a point. Do you have any idea where he could be?
The ship that brought him to Avalon reached shore beyond the Bridge of Sorrows. I would start looking for him there in the Whispering Cove. That's what my father told me and my brother, anyway.
I'll get to the bridge as soon as I'm finished here.
Our goals are the same. I'll accompany you.
Alright, so we got Sir Balin. It's okay, Sir Balin. I can't do anything about upgrading him just yet. Sir Balin must survive. Okay. Let's...
Animals. Half of the village is killed and maimed, the other half hiding in the woods. We must stop this.
Got some gold. There's a battle. Nothing around here, is there? No. Right.
Gather all you can. The dead won't need anything, will they?
These brigands are not even worthy to stand trial. We shall kill them all.
Still a good old Balan, protector of the weak.
Spare me the cynicism. You are here for the same reason as I am. To save these people.
Yes, I need them to work the fields, see?
You are a disgrace to everything the Round Table stood for.
Maybe this land needs my round table to survive.
Okay, so let's take a look. Skis here. So you got one over here. So we will... you to there.
None can stand in
You
my
up
way.
here. She'll take them.
Your Highness?
And I'll put you here. You here. Can I overwatch? Why can't I overwatch? Fine. Brilliant, Paul. Absolutely brilliant. Let's cleave. And let's attack this dude. Let's head up here with him and come around the back and hit him.
Repent, sinners.
Oh. Hello. Escape that. You're gonna kill her? No, that should.
Ah, Sir Mordred. You really don't have to thank me.
Lady Dindrain. A lady with a bow. I could use someone like you. All you did was steal my chance to finish these phone calls. Nope, I want a bow lady.
I'm Lady Dindrain, the Lord's chosen, seeker of the Holy Grail.
We have enough fools rooting around for the chalice. Was taught that quest was meant for Galahad and Percival. Yep, 2.
Aren't you helpful? I wish I had thought of that earlier. No, I'm looking for redemption in this
The top option of that one.
night.
By hunting down the vermin. We're hoping to die from a no, by hunting down the vermin like these.
No, sir. I'm hunting down their leader, the marauder knight hiding in a ruined tower.
Our destination is the same.
The good Lord sent you then. I'm always glad to have some walking shields around me.
Where are the Grail Knights then? You must know them well.
Do I know them? Yes, you can say so. Percival is my brother. A bright
lovely.
light in the encroaching darkness, fighting his battles where I can't reach him.
In Galahad?
Galahad is, well, trust me when I say that he is truly lost. No, I'm alone in my holy quest. It is my trial by fire.
Swig of water, apologies. Let's go indeed. Let's grab this. We've got a potion. That's nice. Treasure chest up here. Let's just examine if there's anything else. Sigil for heavy armor and 60.
It reeks of magic.
So we've got this way. Let's take a look at the map here. We've got a campfire. That's probably where we're going to go. So let's look over here.
They're chasing me! Help! Please!
Enemy turn. Move you to here. Hopefully they don't come around the back. Really? Wow, more just keep coming. Right. Do that. Move up here. Take him on. It's okay. Move to you to there. Let's bring Sir Avalon up.
I serve the Lord.
What have we got here? Ranged arrow fire. Ranged arrow. There's 70% weapon damage and causes burning. Burning suffers 1 damage to start their turn.
The Lord guides my hand.
He's dead. Thank you for that. All right.
Ready to fight.
Should be able to cleave. Nope. Can now.
For king and country.
150 weapon damage to adjacent enemy with 15% armor breaking. Okay, let's just kill you. And we'll kill you.
Awaiting your command.
We shall just... Can't bow him because it will go in through him. That's nice. Line of sight like that is good.
Your Highness?
Alright, let's do that. Let's...
I am here to serve.
Alright, and they're all dead.
We fought with honor, brothers.
Hit points. Damage you can take before taking vitality damage. Okay. That's like almost like a shield before you do this. And that probably does. It's just... Yeah. Okay. Let's do that. Right, free the village. Got to be some decent loot for that.
The Lord giveth.
Surely. Unless we're just looking at experience points, of course. Nothing in there. Okay, speak to this lady.
Thank you for saving me.
20 XP. Can't talk to her anymore. Okay, that's good. Go over and see what this is. Your proficiency in Spellcraft reveals that a shrine will unleash the following power. Regain armor. Use it. Back to hero. Probably say K. Okay, yeah, so you got armor at the top there. Okay. Okay.
Look at you, Mordred. In the old days, you raised the towers of mad wizards and crushed the champions of the She. And now you are trying to save some dirt-poor villagers. How profoundly annoying it shall be for you.
Cool, that's fine. Can we turn? See where we're going?
Take a look at this.
The warmth of the Lord.
Got a campfire. Resting areas. Should we go lost armor? Do this.
My soul is at peace.
Good. So I'm glad I used that potion because I didn't need to, but... Ruined Keep. No battles just yet.
This is where the Lord of the Vermin is hiding. Let's cleanse this hovel once and for all.
That's the battle lines. So come in there. So we've got.
More means to our cause.
We go in the front door. I'm going to have them coming at me. He's going to come round. So we're going to start here, I think, and we'll take on this guy.
Get ready.
Awaiting your command.
Sinners shall bleed.
Sharp here. Let's push right up in his face. Let's do this.
No mercy for the wicked.
Line of sight. So if I escape that, bring her over here. Let's end the turn here. Oh my god, look at that. Alright, let's take him on.
Blessings.
Let's move to here. Do that. Right, we want to do this.
Ready to fight.
I got bleed on it. Yes. Which AP have you got? Let's bring you
I am hit.
to here. Let's bring you up here. Tank.
Your command?
No mercy for the wicked.
Right.
I am rattled.
Okay.
Prepare to die. Your head is mine.
Awaiting your command.
Let's bring him here.
Attack.
Take the raider out. Bring her here.
At your service, my lord.
Bring oh no, Sir Balin is not looking so good here. Really?
Almost put me on the
ground. I am about to go down.
That's fine. We got you. I'll move you out of the way so you can heal.
Your Highness?
That's okay. You can come up.
At your service, my lord.
You. Escape that. Let's bring her back here. Okay, this is the gameplay that I'm really enjoying, and I enjoyed it out of Disciples Liberation when we played that. I might send him up here to deal with him.
Your head is mine.
I am ready.
At your service, my lord.
No mercy for the wicked. The Lord guides my hand.
Yep, you're just staying there not to die.
I am ready.
Oh, move you over here.
Your orders?
Your orders are to stay here.
The Lord guides my hand.
I am ready.
Right, let's kill you.
Your orders?
Move him up now.
Blessings.
And should be dead,
Defend yourself.
hopefully. Oof, that was quite a toughie, actually.
It seems I was wrong about you, Mordred.
Careful with the praise, it makes me uncomfortable.
I shall give you an advice then. Camelot is in danger. Not from these marauders, but the creatures of darkness beyond the Bridge of Sorrow.
You mean your ancestral bridge?
My brother Balin is standing guard in the bridge fort, holding back the tides at midnight.
This almost sounds like a praise.
There has been bad blood between us. He is cruel and arrogant, a savage in battle. But even Balin will fall if you don't help him out.
What about you?
I have fulfilled my oath. If you decide to march to the bridge now, I will meet you there.
Fine, see you at the bridge. Victory! Finish missions. When you complete all the main objectives on a level, you can exit via the finish mission button on the top right, or you can choose to explore the rest of the map before leaving. Cool, we've got chests, so. Rune for one-handed weapons. Let's see if there's anything else. I know there's another chest at the bottom, but saw that during the battle.
More things to plunder.
And signal for heavy armor. Cool. Let's finish the finish here. Got some levels up, hopefully. No injuries. Got a potion and some gold. And building resource. So we got one-handed weapons. +2 damage for backstabs. -1 damage received from ranged attacks. Any cover and regain 2 HP when resting. Cool. Camelot Reborn. Every lord needs a castle, and I knew it from the very beginning that I would rule this realm from Camelot. Finally, the time is right. We have gathered the resources and the manpower to rebuild the majestic ruin. Camelot will shine a bright light in the gathering darkness of Avalon. Cool. Alright, so she is a bow user, is she not? Can't use any of them. And forever use this. More armor. More health, I should say. She has a portion. That's fine. She has 2 points. Shoots weapon damage is increased by 20% against burning. Shoot weapon damage increased 20% against poison. Is there a poison now? Hero detects enemy traps from a number of tile range equal to the hero's perception. The hero gains 1 movement AP each turn. +1 perception. Receives less. She gets AP on killing. And Overwatch. So we can get poison arrow here. 10% suffers 10% damage at the start of their turn and deals -20% damage. Poison sounds really good. I quite like this though. Traps is going to be good, and then we'll get the poison after that, I think. These guys haven't got anything yet. Traits and things down here. Cool. Welcome to the Crypt, the resting place for your heroes fallen in battle, left to perish in dust. Select their tombstones to pay respects. Remember how their heroic deeds helped you on your quest. Cool. Haven't got anybody who's died yet, so it's good. And we can go to the round table. This is the legendary gathering place of the noble knights of Camelot, the seat of the monarch of Avalon. You can pass laws, issue decrees, and give knighthoods to heroes, but first you have to unlock its function. Heroes outside your active roster are waiting here. You can add heroes if there are empty slots in your hero list. Upgrade to the round table to expand your hero list to acquire more hero to your active roster. You can assign a hero from your hero list to the title. A building with assigned leader gains additional benefits. Certain hero traits can have an effect on a title, so be sure to pay attention to them. The hero can only hold 1 title at a time. Okay. If I... Okay, well, we'll play around with that as we go along. So it requires hospice. Avalon can be a harsh and unforgiving place. Your wounded heroes need time and care to recover the next nightly quest. The hospice offering a couple of beds and skilled healers. Cool. We'll grab the hospice then. At the moment, you only have 1 treatment slot where you can heal your heroes. Treatment takes time and won't be able to use your heroes during that period. Recovery time will be reduced by 1 after every completed mission. You can restructure this building and expand its capabilities. Upgrade the building to unlock additional 3 treatment slots so you can heal more heroes simultaneously, cheaper and faster. Vitality cost reduced by 10%. Second slot. Okay. So I don't have building resources. I've only got 300 now. 500. Merchant. A hidden building in the shadows Castle ramparts, where a secretive merchant offers kinds of rarities of items from various corners of the island, ranging from strange fruits of mysterious objects to legendary weapons unearthed from ruined castles. The shop is good. Grab the shop as well. Here you're able to reef up the merchant, expand its capabilities, more items, faster refreshing, and cheaper and better goods. So what have we got? Weapon wise. So that's 550. Apply attacks, apply 10% vulnerability for 2 turns. Plus 2 turn bleeding duration. And 2 movement AP for each kill with a melee skill. Damage endurance perception plus. Right. So there's no plus 35. I'm thinking him grabbing this. Control, does that stay up? So you get 2 less AP for that. It's just the... I actually think of just giving that to him, to be honest. What do I give this? It's only plus 2 damage. Let's grab this. Less damage received from range attacks. Let's put that on. You. Okay. That's good. Right. How do we come out of this adventure map? So we have got up next some new events, some new stories. There's the bridge. Can't get to these things, I don't think, just yet, but we're at just over an hour, so I'm going to leave this one here. Thank you very much, everyone. Please like, comment, subscribe, look good stuff. It really does help me out. There'll be some more coming your way shortly. As everyone, as always, thank you very much, and I'll see you all in the next one.